Let me show some of our customers here. So every single one of our customers that I'm going to show here are live customers, okay? They offer a B2C style and a B2B e-commerce scenario, right? Some have less features, some have more features. So what I'll do is I'll kind of show a little bit of everything in our capabilities. However, if you've got a unique use case and you want to do something very specific, that doesn't mean just because I don't show it that we can't do it, right? We just need that specific use case and I can show you. But this is a customer of ours. They are a manufacturer and a distributor, so they do both, right? Which is why I like to show them. You can, easily navigate to the site. You can absolutely browse around. You can look at all the products. Again, all of this information is being driven from the ERP, and that's what we want, right? We want the information, the work to be done in the ERP, and then you use our platform to enhance the data, right? So in certain cases, you're probably limited by characters for product descriptions. Well, product description should be enhanced either in our platform or a PIM, and then we can integrate with that PIM, or you can display that information here, right? So most of this information that you're going to find right here, over here, and right there, that's going to be driven from the ERP. The product description here, more than likely, is being housed and delivered in the Commerce Build platform. All these specifications, again, are right there. You can have data sheets that your customers can pull open and stuff. Again, anything that you want to share with your customer, we can figure out a way to put it up on the web so that you can see. We've got related items for people to buy, so it entice that upsale. But I just want to bring this like B2C look here for this specific product. You can see the net price here of $74.45. You've got some codes, minimum order quantities. Again, MOQs are easy for us. The power of the platform really is when you log in, right? So I'm going to log in. I'm a super user, so I've got access to all kinds of things. So I'm actually this customer up here now. So look, you can give this functionality to your sales reps, to your customer service reps, and instead of doing lookups inside the ERP, now they can actually use the e-commerce platform to handle customer service calls, or if they're having a common ground conversation with their customer, they could use the web to actually have that conversation, to find things easier, be able to deliver that information. So again, I'm up here. This is Formatech. It says welcome me because you know who I am. Now, because I'm logged in as Formatech, now I get pricing. Now I get contract pricing that is specific for these individuals here. The other thing too that this customer wanted to do is provide item and manufacturer numbers. Not a good example for this particular part, but they wanted to provide customer numbers. So an additional way to search, right? So you don't have to search for a manufacturer number, but you can search for a customer number. So maybe that customer uses a different number. If you've got that customer number inside the ERP, we can show that. You can offer the ability to check stock, right? And I'll show you another site that does a really good job of showing not only quantity available for one location, but multiple warehouse locations, and then also being able to show what's currently on PO. So you could really get granular, Sales reps will be able to change their customers. And again, it's all driven straight from the ERP. We have all of that data. Now, you're saying I've got 10 sales reps and 1,000 customers, and it's all split up between. They don't, one sales rep or CSR doesn't need to look at 1,000 customers. That's fine. You can assign customers in the store so that when they pull up this particular view, they only see their customers. So it'll be a faster search, faster the ability to, assume the identity of that customer, whether they want to order on their behalf or just have that common ground conversation. The backend portal, you can put, hey, welcome to your new customer account page, whatever message that you want. Could also be a pop-up if that's what you'd like. But here now we're pulling up all the order history information. We've got order numbers, we got PO numbers. Again, they're also searchable. You can filter by dates. You can see quantity ordered. You can see quantity on back order. You can see the status of those orders, whether they're shipped, they've just been entered, which is kind of a processing thing for this particular customer, and then see the ones that are only on back order. We can show partially shipped items. We can look at the tracking history of those things. I'm going to drill in really quick because I think the power of looking at a partially shipped order is really neat. So again, we've got items that are in stock. We've got items that need to be created. So we've got specific invoices that are being delivered that you can pull out. You've got tracking numbers that are integrated with those specific providers. So now your customers can follow along. My wife loves to do that. You can add specific detailed information down here. So estimated dock date to Apex's customers means that's when they receive it. And then they know typically 24 to 48 hours that'll be shipped out back to them. If they just want to hit the reorder button, they can reorder it right there. If they want to print that specific order out, they can do that as well, right? Now, of course, you have customers that buy from you. Like I mentioned earlier, how do I get paid, right? Well, this is how you get paid. Long are the days, and hopefully your customers aren't sending checks in the mail with the way USPS has been going. And also the whole idea of taking a credit card over the phone. Well, that doesn't necessarily fall within the PCI standards that you have to have, right? So here we provide a payment portal. Customers can see all of their invoices. They can see credits. They can see what's open. They can see what's paid. They can view individual ones. They can pay open invoices in a mass fashion by just clicking on this side right here. If you want to allow your customers to partial pay some invoices, we can do that as well. Apex does a wonderful job of offering a way for a discount if you pay early, right? So they're trying to stack the cash flow. They're trying to get, deliver incentives in this, trying economic time to help customers say, hey, look, if I pay this early, then, it helps my business as well. We can handle quotes. So if you're a customized shop and you work a lot on quotes or it's a mix, we have a way that you can submit a quote. You have a way that obviously you can view the quote, take a look at everything, take a look at your quantities, what you want, grand total, and then at the end of the day, you can process that quote and turn that into an actual order. So again, just another way that we can help your customers do certain things. If your customer orders a bunch of things over and over again, Apex doesn't have it. We have save cart features. If it's a big order and they take things like bread or something like that, where they're buying 500 buns, 800 biscuits and things like that, then you can import an order. We have all different ways to be able to satisfy your customers' needs. Again, it's important. Ease of buying. You don't want to make your customer jump through fiery hoops just to do business with you. We want to deliver the way that your customers need to, right? As far as design, as far as creating that B2C experience, but for your B2B buyer, if you guys have ever had any of the Sconza chocolates, highly recommend them. Super addictive. Local Costco's have them. But again, look, we can provide a nice styling, an easy look, and then when you want to go into your wholesale customers, well, now we can drive down in to the wholesale experience, and now we get all kinds of good customer information, right? So now I'm part of Golden State. I can see a quick order status here. So if you already know what you want to buy, your customers don't want to go through a traditional buying experience, look, we can handle it here, and it's super easy. Of course, it's filled in by Elasticsearch. You can add the item that you want. You can increase quantities. In this particular view, every time that you add something, if you go over to the cart, those items are being automatically added into the cart so that you can get out of there and do what you need to do, right? Let's move. Same thing with the order history. They're going to be able to look at everything. The one thing that Sconza does really well is, I really love it. I talk about our document synchronization, and they do that here. So instead of having your customer print out a white page with all this stuff, well, now you've got access to that wonderful invoice that Business Central actually creates, right? So a lot of the back-end AR people need this and need to file it away when they do the end of month or end of quarter reconciliation, then they can handle all of that in that particular capacity. Let me see if we do a good job on this one of stock availability. Nope, not on this one, but Kookaburra, again, another B2C type of scenario. Again, for those of you who may not know cricket, I'm a big baseball guy. Don't really understand cricket a whole lot. I'm curious about it. But what I like to show here is more like a retail format, right? So we've got clothes, we've got socks, we've got hats. I show this because variance, right? So in this particular scenario, we can do all kinds of variants. So small, medium, large, that can be there, different colors, right? Again, we just want to provide a way that your customer is used to, right? If you go to adidas.com or nike.com today, this is the style that you have. You want to be able to provide that for your specific customers, easy peasy. Now, the more complicated customers, so those that have kits, a lot of manufacturers and things like that will use a more integrated piece of that. So again, you've got really good data and really good products inside of your ERP. Well, how do you display that in a way to make it easy for your customers, right? Oxworks does that really well. They are a fence building company. They can do glass fencing and steel fencing. And what they needed was a really easy way for their customers to be able to give quotes, whether it's in a residential or a commercial fashion, right? So what we were able to do here is build a fence configurator. And basically, it's all the products that you would need to build a fence that you would normally say you'd walk in Lowe's or you'd walk in Home Depot, you'd spend 2 hours going up and down the aisle, grabbing the items that you need, checking your notes, to be able to look at all the dimensions. And then after you get maybe the wrought iron steel and the caps and stuff like that, well, gosh, now you have all the screws and you have all the little things that, God, it's going to be tough to figure out, well, how many do I need? Do I need 100? Do I need 250? You know, Oxworks did a really good job here. And now they can do it all here from the web, right? So I'm going to add multiple runs. So let's just make an easy rectangle fence here. Got the house in the middle. We go to the next stage of it. It's got a, rendering thing here so you can follow along. So now we're looking at, run length, panel height. Are you requiring aluminum sleepers, right? Or you need longer posts? Do you need it to be a breezeway type of thing, right? And that's one side. Go to the next side. And I'm just going to go through a few of these to make it all the same, right? I won't spend a lot of time. But again, your contractors can come here and really create what they need to be able to ask for that. So here we come to the next thing, and it's like, okay, great. Do you need concrete post mix? Do you need, channel post caps? Do you need a Galvabond items? Like, again, all these things are here. How many screws do you need? Hit the next button. Great. Now here's your shopping list. So what normally used to take people, an hour to 2 hours to go in, find everything that you need to fit the dimensions and all the additional items that you may forget, may not. You got to figure out a way to accurately come up with a quote for your client. Well, this is what we were able to provide. Once you add all this into the cart, I'm not going to do it because it's a live customer. Once you add all this into the cart, you will get your quote. You can check out. You can take that quote, go back to your customer, add on your labor services, whatever you need. Again, we want to provide a fast, easy, reliable option so customers can do what you want them to do, and that's purchase from you and keep coming back to you. That's super important to us.